Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Today, I'm going to do an experiment with you. I'm not going to do anything that's going to change your life forever, or it might. Haven't tested that yet to that extremes, but you never know. I'd like you to play a game today. It doesn't have to be your favorite game. It could be a new game you picked up. Well, maybe not. But it could be any game you want to. And I want you to go into the audio options. I want you to turn something completely off. Either it's sound effects, or it's music, or it's voices. If they have an option for that, I want you to remove it entirely. Now, why? What would inspire this idea in the first place? So this is derived from about three things. First of all, there's a video that did this sort of thing with Call of Duty Black Ops 2, where you just heard voices, and it was this sort of soundtrack of screams, which provides a very interesting look at the game. Another one was I turned off the music while I was playing Faster Than Light, game I love, and all I heard was sounds: weapon fire, fixing, oxygen being vented, the screams of dying crew members. It's kind of cool and kind of creepy. And the third thing is, ever since Borderlands 2 has come out, except for the first playthrough and times where I haven't had the chance to, I've been listening to something other than the game. The game at low volume or no volume, and just been listening to a podcast or music. And the main reason why I want to do this is because sort of the same reason why I pointed out the thing I pointed out on Tuesday, where when we play a game and we're experienced at it and someone new plays it and we want to throttle them, this is sort of a thing that allows us to look at games differently, that gives cause to recognize that a game is different for every person. I've always said that every single person is going to look at every single game completely differently. No one will ever look at the same game the same way, hopefully. If they do, then they're either brainwashed or they do a really good job making a really consistent, concise game, which is kind of cool, or kind of bad. But I want you to imagine yourself playing this game without anything else. Like, I've been playing Dead Space a lot, but I haven't been playing it where I can hear the game itself. I just hear my podcast or my music. And I want you to think about that and how that affects the game, because that game is so much about the sound and very suddenly, a gate crashes open with a necromorph popping through, and that's supposed to affect you. And you think about like the radio, whenever that comes on, it's like a surround, this burst of static, and I don't hear any of that. And that proves to be a very different way for me to look at Dead Space. I'm very aware of the fact that it's a very atmospheric game. I've watched, YouTube videos where that's very clear. But it hasn't happened to me yet, which I'm probably going to rectifying it soon, or I will listen to it. But it proves the fact that every single game is different in the end. And, that's kind of a stupid thing to say, but when everyone goes, oh, so many games are derivative, you have to realize that sound design is a huge proponent of games, whether you want to admit it or not. If you're playing a game and there's no music, that looks and sounds completely differently. When you're listening to something that isn't even related to a game, and yet you're playing that game, the person who is listening to it has a completely different experience. And that's kind of cool. That's sort of another thing that really makes video games stand out. Granted, you watch a movie in silence versus watching a movie with the sound on. That's pretty much the same thing. You're getting two very similar ideas. But because every gamer is different and every gamer experiences game in a different way, changing how you experience it further causes this split. And dude, that is cool. To me, at least. So thank you for watching today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do play a game like this, please let me know, because I want to see how that would act. Assuming I have it, of course. If I don't, then I'll listen to it through YouTube or something, and that'll probably be almost as good. If it isn't, I'll try it out later. However, thank you for watching. Please enjoy your experiment. Let somebody else know. Seriously. You'll have some cool conversations. But thank you for watching, and I shall see all of you